Over the course of the last few months, I have made many horror games. Some did less numbers, and some were seen by close to 1 million people. And the success wasn't just on YouTube, the games were also massively played on Roblox. But as a greedy content creator and a sweaty Roblox developer, it will never be enough. And that's why today, we're going to update every single game I ever made to become even more viral!
Step 0. Dress appropriately for the occasion.
I'll choose this one, I guess.
Step 1. Make rules.
Alright, we don't have that much time before Christmas is here, so we need some sort of plan. So for each game, I will need to do 3 things. 1. I need to make the map Christmas themed. 2. Add a Christmas hat to each character. And 3. Give the player some sort of gift.
Step 2. Start out simple.
Alright, so for this game, I'm going to add a new rarity, which will only take me like, what? A few hours! That's nothing, guys, that's nothing! Why can it never be simple? Why can it never be simple? Then I just threw some Christmas items from the catalog in the game, decorated the whole entire map. And to give the player an actual gift, I need some sort of Christmas tree. So you know, how difficult would it actually be to actually make it myself? What is this, a traffic cone? So I went back to the Roblox catalog, luckily found a tree, put some gifts around it to hide my theft, and now all we need to do is do some actual scripting. So now that I spent more time on this than I'd like to admit, the player can unlock a gift and get an actual cash prize. Now all that's left to do is put Christmas hats on the characters, add a little Santa emoji in the title, update the icon and the thumbnail. This way people see that the game is still relevant. So now we completed the first game, only 6 out of 7 games left, guys. So the next game we will be updating has a lower amount of visits. But wait till the end, guys, because at the end we will be updating my game with almost 1 million visits.
Step 3. Be nice to everyone.
So as we already made the gifting system, I can just put the Christmas tree from the other game into this one. The only problem is, there is no cash in this game, so my solution was just to add a badge. So now when you unpack the gift, you obtain the secret badge. It didn't feel right to put a Christmas hat on these guys, so I got this Jester Christmas hat and it fits perfectly. To decorate this map, it was a lot easier because we can turn the grass white and remove the leaves. So now if we just make the icon and the thumbnail again, our game is basically done.
Step 4. It's about the effort.
So the next game we will be updating is my second most viral one. It's currently sitting at 100,000 visits, which is absolutely insane, by the way, thank you so much. But unlike the last game, this one will be a lot more difficult to decorate. You see, the game takes place in this Roblox headquarters, and my version of it has multiple rooms, meaning I have to decorate each and every single room. And I just realized I didn't even have to decorate the entire room, because if you know FNAF games, you can literally only see one angle of it. Either way, I still went all out. I changed the lighting, I put Christmas lights up, I put gifts all around the place. Heck, I even changed the coffee into hot chocolate. So in terms of decoration, I by far put the most effort into this one. Oh yeah, and for some reason, the way I scripted the cameras caused this unintentional Christmas ambience. But honestly, I like it, so I'm just gonna let it stay like this. I'm not lazy, guys, I swear I'm not lazy. But now we're running into another problem. You see, for the previous games, I could just copy paste the Christmas tree and you could walk up to it. The problem is, you cannot walk in this game. So I had to come up with an alternative solution, because I can't just put a Christmas tree on top of the desk, because it quite literally just wouldn't fit. But you know what does fit on a desk? That subscribe button. This doesn't make any sense. Either way, I'll make this short. Just please subscribe. I'm literally working on this video a few days before Christmas, while I should probably worry about presents and stuff. So just please subscribe. And okay, either way, what does actually fit on a desk is a small gift. So now when you play the game, you can select any night, collect the gift, and obtain the secret badge. So now we just put some Christmas hats on the characters, update the icon and the thumbnail, blah blah blah. Our game is finally done. And that means we can move on to
Step 5. Appreciate where you came from.
Alright, so here we have my first actual viral hit. Even though the game is pretty simple, I still adore it very much to this day. Basically, this was the video that made me continue this series. But either way, because this game is pretty simple, we should just be able to copy and paste the Christmas tree in, decorate the map a bit. Wait a second. So I had the bright idea to just decorate every single wall in the game. And you might think, oh, you're a programmer, right? You can just make a script and put them on the walls. Nope, didn't think of that. These were manually placed. And then I realized they had this weird spacing between the walls. So I had to select every single one again and move them slightly back. Oh. Now after finally placing the last decoration, we can finally move on to the gift. Luckily, this was pretty simple because I could just copy and paste it. Same goes for the Christmas hats. And once again, updated the icon and the thumbnail. Okay, how many games do I still have to do? Oh, it's 2 more before the actual good one. Alright guys, let's just get through this. This should be pretty simple. Okay, I'll just do a speedrun of this. This one is basically similar to the FNAF one. So we can just import the tree, place the gift on the desk, and we're basically already done. So finally, if we add the Christmas hat to the character... Wait a second. There are no characters in this game, no! I only have these randomly generated users. Wait. What if I just decided to give everyone a Christmas hat, updated the icon on the phone, you know the drill by now. And that means we can move on to the next game. Luckily, because this is like basically the first game I made on this channel, it should be pretty simple. No, not another maze, not another maze. I refuse to decorate each and every single wall again. So I'm just gonna use the same tactic as the second game, aka just being really lazy and just turning everything in snow. I did, however, hide the Christmas tree somewhere, so it's a bit more difficult to find. So now, if we just put a Christmas hat on a character, update the icon and the thumbnail, how much longer do I have to do this for? Oh yeah, we are at the final game. So because this is the final and the most viral game, we gotta do a bit more than just import a Christmas tree. So the first and last thing I did was import a Christmas tree, and now we're done, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm kidding, guys. Please stay, please stay. I was wondering, how do we even update this game? First of all, we can change the rock into snow, because it makes a lot more sense for, you know, winter. I'm not sure how this lore goes. Like, how did the rocks even freeze? Let me know how you guys think this happened. Either way, how you know an item is near is through these sandstone patches. And I can't just leave them like sandstone around all the snow. So I turned them into the only most logical thing. I turned them into grass. I mean, I turned them into ice. What else? But by turning the rocks into snow, I have to change even more things. For example, when you hit the snow, it sounds like you're breaking rocks. So this like must be some really tough snow or something. So I quickly changed that with some snow sounds, as well as changing the particles when you hit the snow. So now that the map is basically done, we are still forgetting a pretty big change. And it's literally right in front of us. Just look at the screen real quick and tell me what is wrong about this. If you said the pickaxe, then you're absolutely wrong. It's actually my profile picture not having a Christmas hat. No, I'm kidding. Of course it's the pickaxe. But that means I have to spend days on creating a new tool. And after hours of hard thinking and a lot of work put into the model, I came up with the concept of a shovel. So even though the map and the gameplay is basically done now, we still need to put a Christmas hat on the character. But there's kind of a problem with that. You see, before I could just insert it on the character, and because this is an accessory, meaning any Roblox player could actually wear it, it would just fit automatically. But as you might have realized, this isn't a Roblox character. I custom made this character inside of Blender, meaning I have to go back into Blender, insert the Christmas hat, warp it around its hat, update the texture, export it again, insert the mesh part, change the sizing, change the positioning. Oh, you know what? It was actually worth it. He doesn't even look scary anymore. He just looks funny. So finally, for the last time, we can update the icon and the thumbnail. Now, you may be wondering how many players we actually got from these updates, and if it's even worth updating your games. And that's why I counted up every earned badge, which comes to a total of 32,760 people. Now, even though that's an insane amount, these games were already pretty viral. So we need to compare the daily active users before the update and the daily active users when the update actually happened. And as you can see, after a few days, the most popular game increased by 2,000 daily active users. So is it worth it to update your game in terms of numbers? Yeah, but you probably don't have to update all of your games. I just thought it would be fun to do. And I think that's also what we can learn from this experience. It's not about how many people you can get together, it's about people being able to get together. And on that note, I'm gonna spend some time with my family now, and I hope you guys can too. And lastly, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a happy early New Year.